Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Embargo is lifted. We are going to be going live and having a look at Kinlaig and the Highlands Fishing Expansion Edition. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear, and then we'll get the picture up, and then we'll crack on. I'm genuinely buzzing about this. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me all right. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Hello, Pete. Hope you're well. Casey Medic. Sound all good? Excellent stuff. Agrarian Builder, also 1305. Is it Paracordis? Thank you very much for joining me. Brilliant stuff. You can hear me. Right. I guess then what we need to do is then put that on. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Ho, ho, I'm excited. Are you excited? Should we jump in? This is genuinely... I've already put up some videos. I've done a bit of prep. There's a map tool that's gone up. There's a guide to rod and reel fishing and a guide to fisheries. That's gone up already. No Highland wool and milk. Well, yeah, I mean, we can't have everything. And I'll be honest, when I say we can't have everything, wow, is all I can say. Like a child on Christmas Day, absolutely. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Thank you for joining me. You're all awesome. Hello, Cavalier Roy. Thank you very much. And thank you. I did the map tour on Drummard Farm. Wow. I love it. It's so good. So thank you for that, Cavalier Roy. You are an absolute star. Pithers is in the chat as well. Happy life. Tomlinson, Rover 97. We've got people joining us all the time. That's all. You want to hear my Scottish accent? No, Jay, I'm not doing it. Oh, I nearly broke into something then. I can't. It'd be absolutely awful. Anyway, do you want to see? I'm going to say this now. Let's click on start. I'll do me cursory. Let's spin around and get rid of the jitters. Hello, Walter. How are you, old chap? This is staggering. What I want to do as well is give an absolutely huge shout out. And I know people are very anti-Giants and, you know, they're this, they're that, and blah, blah, blah. Massive shout out to Giants. Shout out to Benny. Shout out to Kermit, Boris, all the guys that were part of the process. They've got a new guy in their publishing department. The new guy in their publishing department has managed to achieve in whatever time they've been there what they haven't done for the last however many years. They reached out and said, well, Kermit reached out and said he was asking the publishing department about keys for early access for gamers. And the guy came back and said, on what platform? And Kermit said, I beg your pardon? And he said, oh, we can do them on Sony now. We've sorted it out with Sony. So Kermit messaged me and said, we're going to use you as a guinea pig and see if it'll work on console. Will it work on PlayStation? So they sent me a code. So I cannot thank them enough. It's awesome. Hello, everybody. Got to have a work meeting. No, we've literally just started. Early access on console. I know. This is exclusive. As far as I'm aware, I'm the only person. I think I'm the only console gamer. Because they did say that they weren't sure how they were going to distribute these, and I was a kind of guinea pig for this. There may be other console creators that have got content out at the moment. I'm not too sure, but as far as I know, I'm the only one. So I can put exclusive, and that's not a lie. The guy, honestly, the guys at Giants have just done an amazing thing. So here we are. What do you want to see? What do you want to know? What I mean, it's just there's so much. There is so much to be looking at. I want to show you something straight off the bat. The sound of the tractors, phenomenal. The tractors and machinery and equipment. I am working on a mod review video of all the new gear on the expansion. There's a lot of it, so that'll be coming out possibly tomorrow morning. I don't know. We'll see how we get with that. Look at this. You'll see it better on the other windows. Look, I don't know if you can tell. Can you see that kind of mottled? As you look through the windows, it's like the old style of glass where you've got almost original. You can see it better on this window here. Look through the window. You see how it looks almost blurred as you move? It's incredible. Can we see a fluffy cow asking for a coo? You want to see a coo? We can have a look at some coos. Yes. Sorry, Jay. Sorry. Anyway, the glass, incredible. There is so much stuff. Well, let's jump in here. Let's have a look at the overview of the map. This is not a map tour. This is not a guide video. This is not a mod review. This is a what do you want to see? We will bounce around the map and look at stuff. There's one thing I'm definitely showing you. I mean, there's loads of stuff I'm definitely showing you. But one thing that I was, if you recall, when they put out that video showing stuff and saying, look, this is what's happening, this is what's here, and the train was like, I was really disappointed. Oh boy, has that been fixed. Oh boy, has that been fixed. It's incredible. Interiors, detail, Gansieku. Yeah, so this is the map. We start at the main farm here. There's another little farm over this way, plot 71. We've got Constructibles. There's a castle that can be rebuilt. There's a windmill to be rebuilt. The main town is packed with sell points, little shops with brilliant shop names, the harbour detail, all of it. I am going to say, without question, this is the best map Giants have ever made. Hands down. I'm just, you know, you may not like British British maps, UK maps, whatever. But you cannot, you know, the bridge isn't accessible. You can't go across that big bridge. You get the little red crosses come up. Hey, Nina's in the chat. Hello, Nina. We got Wayne. Who else have we got that's joined us? Ali the Pretty Gator. Who else? There's loads of people. If I haven't said your name, I do apologise. Hello, Glenn. Hope you're all well. Lebaloo, Bobby Welch. I didn't get a chance to put it. I put it in my Discord because I was trying to get the videos live that I've already made and then put this live, and it took a bit of time. We are on live chat, aren't we? Yes, we are. What's that supposed to be on? No, that's fine. Good. I think everything's fine. Right, okay. I'm standing here just looking at this one point. Right. What I will say is, I'm going to put it out there right now. The new Skoda Octavia, I hate it. I know hate is a strong word. It sounds dreadful. In its standard configuration, in the RS configuration, it's very nice indeed. Now, are you ready? Listen to this. Listen to this tick over, then listen to it run. I mean, come on. I mean, come on. Oh, it's so good. Hello, everyone that's joining us, that's in the chat. Hello. Thank you for being here. It sounds great. And then we listen. We do need Land Rovers. The level of detail generally. I don't know if Giants will be watching and see how it goes. They did message me earlier to say, did the code work all right? Is it running fine on the PlayStation? Am I having any issues? And I'm going to say now, I am not. I know I sat on every map tour. The colour palette, the texture palette, the lighting, the level of detail, the fidelity. It's just... I mean, the rocks, the trees, the mountains, the everything. It is just... Oh... It's just wow. Got off work early, hopped on YouTube, I saw you doing like awesome. Thank you for joining us, Sparky. You're a star. So I'm going to show you some attractions as well. I love the new buildings. There's a whole load of new buildings. The pack comes with so much stuff, and I will repeat this again. A lot of people seem to be under the impression that the Highlands Fishing expansion is Kinlaig. The Highlands Fishing expansion has Kinlaig as a map, but all the equipment, machinery, a lot of the decorative items, buildings, the fishing can all be transferred over and usable in other maps, including modded maps. It is a DLC, so if you go onto a modded map or another map and you've got this mod, this DLC enabled, you can utilise all the stuff. I say all the stuff, most of the stuff, and we'll see. Thank you, Pete. Don't forget to smash that like button, people. Smash it. And the level of detail they've gone into, I mean, sometimes you get the kind of, oh, yeah, okay, but... Right, let's turn the engine off on this, because that sounds great anyway. You get triangles on British tractors. I think we do have options to change those in the menu. Look, this is, again, oh my days. I love these old tractors. This sounds great as well, especially with the echo in here. Do you spot a JCB? Well, there you go. You're in luck. Let's drop off the weight. I'm going to do this because we have got all-wheel steer and we've got crab steer. It sounds great. And then all the new stuff sounds different to each other. Look at it. Isn't she a beauty? Isn't she lovely? I don't sing very often, but I'm in a singing kind of mood today. Can you understand why? The JCB now, because Giants have done that thing as well, right? So the embargo lifted today at 1 o'clock. So every content creator that got early access on the partner program is releasing stuff or streaming or whatever they're doing from 1 o'clock. Yesterday, with all the stuff going on, everyone doing their prep, Giants said, okay, let's drop a load of mods and 4 maps, of which I've done 1 of the 4. I think there's going to be more mods again today, and I think there's more maps today. I don't know when anyone's going to do it. I don't know when we're going to go into it. I'll assume it's on PC. Philly M1, you could not be more wrong. I am on PlayStation. Look, hang on. Look, I'm on my PlayStation 5. My PlayStation 5's fired up. Giants hit me up, got me a code on console. We are on console, baby! I haven't... MrSealyp said to me the other day, Kermit messaged me, I've just told the story about how it happened. Kermit messaged me and said, I'm about to make your day, possibly your week, possibly your year. I came in the house to talk to MrSealyp, and MrSealyp said, I haven't seen you this happy in ages. And I keep saying this, people won't listen. Per Christensen, welcome to Silly Pete Plus. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining the insanity. Yeah, when people, I often get questioned about my the genuineness of who I am as a person and the things I say and do, and I keep saying I am genuinely excited about this. Genuinely, I have. You know, I think I got early access when the game released, FS25, by accident. And when it happened by accident, they couldn't give me early access, weren't going to give it to me. When the game released, they sent me one of those collectors, what they call it, the content creators packs. And the content creator pack had a PS5 copy in it. And I was told categorically it wouldn't work. So I put it in the PlayStation, and it did. They weren't very happy, but it did. This time, it's all official. It's all kosher. The ground, I'm going to keep saying it. The whole time we're looking at this, look out over there. The detail across the entirety of this is next level. It just, I mean, look at the little babbies, look. It's funny when you see the other cows doing that frolicking. These look a bit big to be frolicking, but they, you know, they still are. And then we got some bigger ones with the horns. Oh, whoa. Just got up. There you go, look. Highland cows. It's all good, people. It's all good. Now, I ordered to come today, and it hasn't arrived. I ordered a fishing hat, like a sou'wester hat, because I thought with the beard I could go like Salty Sea Dog. We'll go down to the coastline, go to the harbour, you know. It didn't arrive, but what I had ordered, because it's the 50th anniversary of Jaws coming out, my baseball cap says on it, Amity Island welcomes you. Oh yeah, so it's not quite quint, you know, but it's, you know, it's not far off. That's not a cow, it's a coo. This is, yes. So, what should we see? What should we see next? What do you want to see? There's so much stuff to look at. I have done a complete video on rod and reel fishing, where, when, how, what, and all that kind of jalopiness. Where should we go? Let's just have a bit of a... Should we go down to the harbour? Let's go down to the harbour next, and then we can work our way around and we can look at the... Oh yeah, we need to go to the train station. Let's go to the train station, because I want to show you that next, because that, again, it was one of the... Oh, look at it. I just... Oh! They are like woolly mammoths, you're absolutely right. And the thing is as well, I know... You often get that thing where people do the whole, they don't like something, not because it's not good, because the general consensus is if people are angry or that kind of, oh, I've done it again. That's me doing so many maps where I've been on, yeah, thank you. I'm back in the UK. The road signs, the detail, I mean, look at this, like, even the detail on the roads. I have got precision farming on, but the worn markings on the roads. It just adds to all that element of immersion, of realism, you know. And, you know, sometimes you can be excited about a map or like a map because you like the map maker, because you've been excited about it coming out. I didn't really have any expectations of what this was going to be like. We'd seen images and stuff, but it is on another level. I haven't come across any potholes. That is a detail that I do like, but the road signs, everything else is like over there, like kilted pistons is the main vehicle shop. That's why we've got tram lines in the fields, because I've got precision farming switched on. There are coaches, there are double-decker buses. I mean, look at this. I've said this when I did my map tour as well. You've got new style minis, you've got old style minis. Look. Whee! I used to own one. Well, I say I did. MrSealyp. MrSealyp had a turquoise mini, and it had mini mag wheels, and we used to bang around in that thing like it's just brilliant. But there's old ones, there's new ones, there's the little three-wheelers, there's a little yellow school bus that's batting around as well. There are, in inverted commas, Range Rovers, and I keep thinking it's like Grand Theft Auto. I just want to jump in one, you know. We can go and have a look at the castle. We can, oh, I mean, like I say, yeah, like little Mr. Bean cars. The minis are, yeah, it is wondrous. No, actually, have I seen any lorries? I'm trying to think. There's a car, and I kept saying when they showed stuff, like the one-way signs and stuff, it looks, unfortunately, there aren't minis or Range Rovers. Oh, yeah, we've got a nice selection here, so there we go. That's the new style mini. We've got these batting around. We've got the old style minis. These are on the roads as well. Is that a scimitar? I'm trying to think what... It's got that look to it. I can't remember. I can't remember what type it is. And then these. I just want one of these. A Land Rover, Range Rover-esque. Look at that. Oh! Very, very cool. Anyway, let's get back around. Actually, while we're here, should we go and have a look at the castle? Let's go and have a look at the castle. Oh, Lotus. Yes, it could be, couldn't it? Is it an Elan? I don't think it's a Spitfire. It doesn't have that Spitfire curves on the wings. And the front's different. Yeah, maybe it could be a Lotus, couldn't it? Well, Sim Farmer, it is a glorious map. It is... And I know they've shown the images of different things, but the birds flying over the harbour. Now, I said this as well. My son suffers from ornithophobia, a fear of birds. If you've got a fear of birds, that's going to be absolutely... When you get over it, I mean... I can't... I'm going to keep saying it. I just... I mean... Come on! And like I say, like or loathe Giants for whatever reason. FS25 wasn't working properly when it came out. There's been loads of updates. There's been a lot of problems. Some things might still not be working. You cannot take away from the fact the map is phenomenal. And what I was going to say about looking at this now. Let's have a look at this and see what it's all about. Personally, this expansion edition on its own is worth the money for the season pass, and you get all the other stuff in the season pass as well. If you're going to buy this as a DLC, people have been asking me, is it worth me getting the DLC when it comes out? I am going to say now, absolutely, 100% yes. Yes, it is. The amount of stuff you get in it, if you don't want to do any of the fishing, don't do the fishing, but it adds all that new fishery stuff. I'll show you a couple of things on that later on as well, because the offshore fisheries you can't use on other maps. But the young breed stock fisheries, the little they look like greenhouses, covered greenhouses, and the little mini fishing lake, they can be used on other maps as well. Yes, it is a Reliant. It's not a Reliant Robin. I can't remember what it was called. I did look it up when I saw a picture of it a while back. But the castle, you can go up on the battlements. This, I mean, there are plenty of castles knocking around. You know, you come to Europe, everyone's got a castle. It's pretty much... I know FSG's got one. I think FSG lives in a castle. But you can go up on the battlements. Unfortunately, it's not a sell point here. I thought that'd be quite cool. But again, the fidelity, the level of detail, it's... Yeah. Regal, that was it, Reliant Regal. There you go. The Robin doesn't have that swept back on the back, like the little boot bit. Scooter's Workbench, good morning, thank you for joining us. The NTW, if I haven't said your name, John Roberts, Bobby Welch, I think my sorry, Craig Kenyon, Sponge Gaming. Is it based on Inverary? It's based. Giants always do this. When we went to when we went to FarmCon 24, and they were talking about all the new stuff for FS25 coming out. They said when they decide on where they're going to do a map, they will look at stuff from all over an area, and they'll take bits from loads and loads of different places. So it's not just one thing. So it'll be kind of grabbed from loads and loads of generic Scottish, you know. So rather than this being, because they said it was going to be a UK based map, this is very definitely a Scottish map. You know, it's a Scottish map with the Scottish flags and all the rest of it. That was something I said when I did my map tour of this. I'm pretty sure, unless I'm misremembering, that Oxygen David had a help in hand in this. I'm sure he did. I'm just going to bump across here. Should have grabbed one of the Can-Ams. There are collectibles around the map as well. There's little messages in bottles, but a lot of this as well. So, I'll show you something that's really cool. Again, we've seen plenty of video clips. The little rock pools. You should have the little buckets. You better come and do some crabbing. That'd be quite cool. There's boats and stuff damaged. I don't know. Anyway, but look. So, if you come into your menu here, and you come down to the bottom, we've got some new sections. So you've got here, it says fishing rods. There is one fishing rod. But you do start with one on New Farmer already. So if we come to here, and we go what we normally do, torch, fishing rod, yeah boy, and you can fish pretty much anywhere. Circle, whip that out, and then you wait for the fish. And you know, I'm not going to spend a whole load of time doing fishing, but just to show you, I'm fishing here. I think on my video I've done about fishing, I did fishing off of the harbour wall, I did fishing in a river, fishing off a bridge. And then you've got, it's difficult on console because it's circle and it's not analog, it's digital. If it was one of the control sticks, it'd be easier to keep that in there. Every time I let go of circle, it just plummets. So it's really hard to keep it there all the time. Come on, come on. Whee, we caught a trout. There we go. James Howe, thank you. I'm going to release it back into the wild. Let's put that away. So we've done a little bit with that. That's cool. I'm just trying to show you as much cool stuff on here as I possibly can. Don't forget, you can still pre-order if you're on PC, Mac, and you go onto the Giants website. I still don't think there's a pre-order on PlayStation. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. If anybody knows, let me know. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, do not forget to smash that like button. It's very important to algorithms and things. That would be awesome if you could. I would appreciate it massively. But yeah, so you can, you can still pre-order. So you can't go across the bridge. There's really great signage and stuff all over the place. They've done a really good job. So we're going to head to... I've gone the wrong way. It's alright. Should we cut across the grass? I'm going to cut across the grass. We're going to go to the train station. And we're going to rent the train. Because like I say, this was that thing of, you know... I'm not sure. Don't know. But... And what's cool about this as well... Stop there. Got Lecky charge points here if you need to charge up your... whatever Lecky vehicle you're using. Community Tatty Harvest. Bring gloves, get pies. Sounds good to me. The standing stones of Kinlaig, they're up on the hill. Is my chat frozen? Yeah, that's weird. My chat had frozen. Don't know why. Yeah, you still can't pre-order. That's annoying. Right, so what's cool about this as well, look, if you come to here, you've got the ticket machine. This is where the rent train point is. So I'm going to rent the train. It will take a little while to get here, and like I say, if you remember, you can run the steam locomotive, and even better than that, like so when they put out that video from the Tokyo Game Show or Gamescom, whichever one it was, and we kind of got access to it, so that was a video that Giants had made and we could kind of go through it and pick it apart. When they got to the train, I was like, oh, it looks awesome, it's fantastic, look at the train. And then when it started up, it sounded just absolutely dreadful. Not anymore. It is just mwah, loving it. Heavy Metal Gaming, HMG's in the chat. Hello, I hope you're well. Don't forget MrSealyp merch is available, as are channel memberships. Links in the description for everything. Whatever you want. Just have a quick lug on the old caffeine. It'll be here soon. Chat amongst yourselves till it arrives. 2.5 kilometres. It will get here. Oh, what else? Should we go back to the map and have a look here? So yeah, we come from the main thing here, down across. Where do we go? This way. We are going to go up into the woodland. We're going to go and check out the castle. The castle build is a little bit like the Grain Elevator Museum and roller coaster on Silver Run. You bring stuff to it and the castle will rebuild over time. But then we have also got over here on plot 60. I'm pointing again, which obviously, you know, I don't know why I'm pointing. If you click on that, Orsa 1305 has sent 5 gift memberships. So if you've just received a gift membership, they're from Orsa 1305. Thank you, Orsa. You are outstanding. Thank you very much. Where's this train? 1.2 kilometres, not far away. Yeah, so we can buy plot 60. How much is that? Have we got enough money to buy that? Yeah. We can drive over there and have a look. We can drive through the valley and up on the hill, and we'll go and have a look at it later on. There's a windmill that can be purchased up on there, and you rebuild the windmill. And when the windmill has been rebuilt, it becomes a production. So it's not just a built for the sake of building something. It does have a purpose when you're done, which is very, very cool. Thank you, also. You're an absolute legend. Awesome. No, I'll get me coat. One thing I was surprised about, actually, if we go down to here... No, where am I going to? Here. Have I done the wrong menu? Yes, I have. If we go to wardrobe, I was quite surprised that, considering this is a fishing expansion, I mean, we've got that one there, which is all right, and there's that one there, which I suppose you could do. They haven't really added anything in fishing. You know, I thought there might be under trousers, you might have some waders or something if you're going to do some fishing, or in hats there might be like a fishing hat or something. I think they might have missed a trick there. There's that, which is kind of, you know, I guess a fisherman's hat, kind of, I suppose. Oh, here we go. Train is here. And it's good. We have looked at Highland cattle. We can all swing back around. I know it's going to be difficult. Right. Do we know if the gated area on Riverbend Springs will be accessible with this DLC? It isn't. I went and double checked when I was doing one of my other videos about the fisheries and stuff. I suddenly thought, oh, and I went to have a look. Now I could have sworn, maybe I misremembered. I thought that was going to be a thing. I thought when this came out, that would open up on Riverbend Springs. It doesn't. We'll go back to the start farm. Unfortunately, I'm going to be going back around all over the place. Look at that. Is that not just... It's just brilliant. Now, I'm not a train expert. My son would know. Farmer JJ, welcome to Sealyp Plus. Thank you for joining us and joining the insanity. It's very kind of you. Maybe it won't open until the official release. Potentially, they might still be working on it. It could be that there'll be another update. Often on the day of release, there might be an update. Because obviously, if content creators have got their hands on it and they've done stuff, people will be reporting back and saying, look, I found this, you know. So there might well be. But, like I say, I'm not a train expert. So I could say, it's perfect. And obviously, if you're really into your trains, you might look at that and go, well, actually, this is wrong, that's right. You know, but, are you ready for this? Prepare yourselves. I'm a happy camper. just... Smash that like button if you like a steam train. Smash it now. Oh, honest. Oh yes, you do. Don't you? HMG does model railways, but ready? And you even get the steam and smoke goes off in the direction of travel, and if you reverse, it does the same thing again. Harvesting King, hello. Oh, isn't it? I love it. It is way better now. What we'll do actually while we're on the train, we'll have a whiz round. We'll do a full circuit with the train. Just managed to drag you back from Battlefield 6. I had a little bit of a play on that. I got, what was it, some of the advanced play. It's just too frantic and bonkers. It does sound good, doesn't it? This is what it looks like inside. It's just... Look. You can't lean out to the side, unfortunately, which should be pretty cool. Actually, I'm going to slow down because I'm pretty sure... You don't have to stoke the firebox or anything. It's a little bit further along. It's alright, Daisy May Garland, don't worry. Harvest King sent 5 gift memberships. If you've just received a gift membership there from Harvest King, thank you very much. You are an absolute star. Oh, I forgot to turn it off. Right. Let's just stop there a second. I want to show you this. Again, like I say, I have put a map tour up, and a lot of this stuff you'll see on the map tour again. Like I said, a lot of the guys in, a lot of people in here that are commenting on the train specifically. If you are really into your trains, and I would imagine, yes, there's going to be a whole load of things wrong with it. But as far as a layman's term steam train goes, look at this. Is that not just pretty as a picture? You can't ride the horse or anything, but it's just out in the woods, just out here. It's beautiful. Thank you for saying that. I have missed this bearded one as well. You know, you can get very bogged down very easy, very quickly, and I've lost my mojo a lot. It comes and goes, you get that. And it's difficult. You are the console. God, I wouldn't say that specifically, but I am on console. And thank you for saying that. Let's go under the bridge. Tunnel. And now we're going to go over the viaducts. Oh. Come on now. Come on now. There are some Welsh maps. We have got some, haven't we? We've got some Irish ones. There was that what was that Welsh one that came out recently? I'm going to have to hop off the train in a minute, actually. It's a little train station in the middle of nowhere here, which can be... It does look stunning. It is very, very cool. What I'm going to probably do is jump back to the main farm, because someone asked me about the main farm. Then we'll head down to the harbour. Viaduct's been based on a certain film franchise. Well, I think the film franchise actually took it from the real viaduct, I think. There's just so much to see. So much great detail. Right, I'm going to hop off the train. And I'm going to head back. Mental health score today, I'm up around 100. I'm up there. How long it'll last, I don't know, but I'm buzzing. Oh yeah, Vernallow, that was it. Garth Farm. I don't think there's Garth Farm out on console. I don't think it might be. It comes out day after your birthday. Happy birthday for Monday. You're at work. Don't tell your boss. Can everyone whisper? We don't want to get them in trouble. Shh. I'm happy to call the locomotive good enough. That's fine. I'll say I'll take that. I didn't make the game, but you know. Oh no, I've got stuck. Right. I'm going to jump back to the main farm. I need to... oh, actually, you know what I'll do to make this work? Per Christensen! Whoa! Dude, thank you so much for your generosity. That's very kind of you. You get one of those as well. You get the thumbs up. That's so cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate that massively. There's a better looking viaduct at Culloden. I'm sure there probably is. Giants are getting better and better. What I'm going to do is jump to here first. Let's visit that. And if I return rented train, that sends that back. That's good. Farm Sim Guy, we were just talking about your castle, FSG. Oh dear. Thank you very much, mate. Oh, it's like a dream come true. Honestly, I've been fighting my corner, fighting the console corner for such a long time now, and for the publishing team to come out and say, look, actually, we can do this now. Oh man, it's your day off. To your surprise, MrSealyp is live. Till I stop being live. Well, you know. Hello from Oklahoma, thanks for joining us. That's awesome. Right, what I'm going to do now is let's jump back to the main farm. We'll have a walk around the main farm and have a look at the building as well, because I didn't really show it all off. Walter, I said Walter is here. We just hello to Walter. And we'll come in sort of the main gate. We'll have a quick wander around. Then we'll head down to the harbour. I've got stuff I want to show you down at the harbour, which is really cool. It really, honestly, I'm hoping that this, if they can do this with Sony now, I think Sony have got some concerns, because with early access... If, for example, if I got early access on, was it Thursday? Anyway, when I got early access and I installed this, if I'd have done a mod review, say mods came out on Thursday, and while I was showing off the mods in the menus, you saw some of the stuff, there's a risk. And also achieving trophies. They were worried about trophies being achieved. Well, I have my trophy notifications turned off. I always have done, because when I'm recording, if I do something, I don't want trophy notifications going off. So I've never had my trophy notifications on, and I've never really shown or talked about my trophies. But I think that was something Sony were concerned about granting early access, which is interesting because I have been granted early access on many other games on console. But anyway, it's all good. Can I show how many bale sell points there are? I'm trying to think about bale sell points. Well, there'll be the animal... I say the animal dealer. The animal dealer is here. So we've got the animal dealer sell point is just there. That'll be a bale sell point for certain. I mean, at the end of the day, as I always say when I do map tours and mod reviews, etc., if you come down to your bale products... So if we come down to our... Actually, where are we? There we go, to straw, for example. It will tell you all the places you can sell straw. Animal dealer, feed and grain, logistics centre, east logistics centre, railroad, can be done there. And there'll be your hay, your grass and stuff. So if you're not sure where something can be sold, just go in there. You'll be able to find the location. If you want to tag it, you can tag it. The traffic lights are very cool. What's interesting about the traffic lights is, if you want to stop for them, you can. You don't have to. The pedestrians will cross whether the lights are red or green. So if the lights are green for you, the pedestrians do seem to carry on going. I thought. It's very cool. There you go. I've just, yeah. Anyway, so the start farm. Like I said, I'm really buzzing that bunning is in the game. There's some cool bunning stuff. The details of the sheds and buildings are cool. We've got a sheep and goat pen just here. Again, new design, which is very cool. Some leaping about in there. They seem very happy. Got the garage and shed. We don't have a workshop at the start farm. No map is perfect. No, not at all. I say it's difficult, isn't it? Perfection is what you perceive it to be. How do you say what is perfect? Because what, to me, I will look at when people keep asking me. I've had a few people this week saying, I'm looking to start on a new map. What map should I play? And I keep telling people, map choice is personal. I could suggest 10 maps to you. You could go away and come back and say they're all awful. Okay, it depends on who you are, what you like to play, where you like to play, what things you're looking for, what your style of gameplay is. There are so many things that will go into what you perceive to be and what you've decided to be your idea of perfection. So what I might say, this map is perfect, you might go around and go, I hate everything about it. That's absolutely fine. Everyone's different. So, The old JCB fast track is amazing. Let's look inside the house, because the detail again in here. Let's go in. Like I say, this mottled glass thing. Oh man, come on. So look, like the oldie worldy beams, and oh, it's brilliant. Can we do that? We can this door. But there's something again. I've done a map tour. I love this as well. You've got your little. You come in from the outside where you've been working in the garden or out on the farm. Come in, take off your boots and stuff, change your clothes, put your pajamas on, whatever it might be. Look at it. And then we go upstairs. There's no basement. But what is cool, so in here is your sleep trigger. I don't think we can open that one. That one we can, and that one we can. Couple of extra rooms. But up here, this is the creepiest thing I've ever encountered on a map. Honestly, the quality of the textures is just... Oh, I mean, look. What is this all about? What? It's like something from Poltergeist, or that it's just... What? I don't get it. I don't... How long will it be before it's just a sea map, just for fishing? We won't. It's a farming game. And it's fish farming, so, you know, that won't be a thing. Moving up in the world, very good. But yeah, I mean, the detailing is just... It's crisp, it's clean. We've got an old barn around the back as well. There's a load of new decorative items that come with it. It's, look, the dry stone walling stuff as well. Say dry stone walling, it kind of looks like it, but the depth to everything, brilliant. Yeah, there's not a workshop trigger, and if we come out through the back of here, we've got some new bulk storage buildings, and then we've got an old shed out the back here. For whoever it was that asked about the Highland cows, we'll whiz down and have a quick look at those. It is Halloween, yeah, there's a bit. Look at this, the detail on this. And that just... And it even looks like there's depth and detail to the sort of broken up concrete floor. It's a massive step up in quality. Yeah, it was when I kind of got access and I jumped on. It was that moment of you stop and you think, whoa, and then your brain start, like my brain, because I've done so many map tours, I've played so many iterations of the game. You then start misremembering and thinking, well, no, surely it is like this, isn't it? But it's not. This has gone up such a notch. Oh, that's what I'm going to check, actually. The weathering, the detail is just... actually, you need to go into here and go to there. Yeah, they're not milk. Yeah, someone asked me the other day, actually, are the Highland cows going to be milk? They're not. They're we've got nothing there for milk, so... They are a meat breed. There you go. Someone who was asking. It's funny with Highland cows, they have a very, I suppose because it's slightly more rounded than normal cows' faces, almost a human, you know. Who is the mud texture mod that you've used? I haven't used a mod. There's no mud texture mod. The mud textures, the ground deformation, are built into the game now, ground deformation, and I'm pretty sure, who was I talking to? Might have been Marnock's Mapping, might have been Cavalier Roy, when I asked about it, said that in the XMLs, when you're preparing a new map, you can adjust the depth of the ground deformation for getting sort of bogged down, that kind of thing. Right, so let's jump down from here, because I want to show you down at... we'll have a walk down through the town, because the town is just awesome as well. Then we'll go to the harbour and have a look there. And again, this is... I haven't travelled extensively around Scotland. I've been to a few places in Scotland. I've travelled through a few places in Scotland. I've been to Edinburgh a couple of times, you know, and driving through various different towns on the way to places. And I have to say, The little alleyways, the little, all of the detail, the signs, the posters, the ticket machines, everything, the little bits of cobbles. We definitely need old Land Rovers, we do. Hello Dust Bunny, I hope you're well, thanks for joining us. But you've got all these little shops. Blue Men of the Minch. I don't know what that even means, but there you go. Across the way here. The wee oatcake. The Captain's Nuke. We'll go down past the chip shop. It's yeah, and as well, because all the buildings are different. There's a different look. You know, the way they're set back. The church is glorious. The whole thing. And this is not just me being, people doing the whole, oh, you're such a shill, you're such a sycophant for giants. But look at it. Yeah. So I was just checking the chat. The Kelpie. I said this on my map tour. Isn't a Kelpie a water demon? Water something like that, isn't it? Am I misremembering that? I'm sure it's something like that. There's no little hairy Highlanders. Oh, what I will say as well though is when I skipped ahead on, I've got a test map that I've got set up of this to test some of the new features, and when I skipped ahead into September there was Halloween stuff, there were pumpkins in shop fronts, and it wasn't just, you know, the odd little thing here and there. They've really gone to town on the seasonal decoration. So the Seaside Chip Shop is one of the sale points. That does say Seaside Restaurant. I mean, you know, I suppose once you can eat in, it is a yeah, there's some of the traffic lights, which is pretty cool. Banter in the chat is already starting. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's a difficult one. Like I said, Saxlingham came out and I just ran out of time. I didn't get onto it. And then I've been doing all the prep and stuff on this because of the early access, which is very, very cool. And then Drummard dropped, and it just, oh. Thank you, Dust Bunny. Hugs to both you, MrSealyp. Give Farm Dog a treat or a scratch. Of course I will. Thank you for your generosity, Dust Bunny, as always. You are a star. I'm pretty sure the castle is modelled on FSG's house. But look, we've got all these, it's all these little back alleyways. It's, I know, once you start playing on the map, once you start farming on the map, I was in the middle of saying that, wasn't I? You probably won't, look, that detail of scaffolding. Did I tell you there was a funny story? I was down in Weymouth with MrSealyp a while back. Sorry, come back. And we went past one of the hotels on the front, and there was a load of scaffolding, and the company was, no word of a lie, CBA Scaffolding. Now in tech speak, CBA, you do not want your scaffolding made by a company that can't be, you know. So yeah, every time I see scaffolding now, it makes me laugh. Max Stitch. But you got Bank of Kinlaig. There's a little pub. What was the little pub? Oh, it might have been there. Yeah, all these Tartan Tales. Oh, no, that wasn't where I wanted to go. Hello, Waylon. Hope you're well. Sorry I didn't see you pop in the chat, unless you've just popped in the chat. I know it was in a little while. Hello, hello. The Glen Hat Company. Then we'll walk down to the harbour. Let's have a look down there. The Thistle Pot, Highland Hex. We can have a look in some of the menus as well if people are interested in some of the new stuff that's been added in. Which it might be. I wasn't sure. Oh, here you go. Here's the school bus. Well, it might just be a like a holiday sort of guided tours. Nice. Good morning from Calgary. Hope you're well, Chris. Let's head down. Oh, have I gone the wrong way? Probably. I say every time I do a map tour, I will say this a lot. Oh yeah, Let's Play is what I was talking about. I will go around some maps and I'm trying to work out what I'm going to do for the thumbnail, you know? And some maps you go on and you could take 50 thumbnail images. This map I could take hundreds. I like photography, I like paintings. I haven't done a painting in a long time, but there are so many places on this map you can stop and go, that would make a brilliant photograph, that would make a brilliant painting, that, you know, just incredible. Oh, of course we got the new NPC as well down here. We've got Alistair is down here. But look at that. The views everywhere you go. The seagulls are brilliant. The sound effects are awesome. The sounds of the tractors are bang on. Like I say, if you've got a fear of birds, that's just horrifying, but incredibly cool. I think the number plates are, yep. I mean, there are so many places around the UK I've visited. When you go down to the harbour, it's this. It's exactly this. Yeah, so anyway, I was saying about, so Drummond Farm comes up. Now, when I was told, Cavalier Roy messaged me and said, Drummond Farm, I'm working on that. I thought, I'm definitely doing a Let's Play on Drummond Farm. Gonna do a Let's Play on it. Because I did my throwback series on FS17. I thought, I'm gonna go on it. And of course, it comes out like 3 days before this goes live. And I want to do a Let's Play on here. I'm at my age now and my mental capacity with mods, maps, Let's Plays. I can't cope with doing multiple Let's Plays at the same time. But yeah, you can go up on the wall, and again, like I said earlier, come up on the wall here. We'll get around to the boats and stuff in a moment. We can go and we'll say hello to Alistair. We're not going to go through the full. I need to leave something for you guys, for your imagination. Let's. There we go. You can fish anywhere. You can just go for it. And I know people are very, what do I want to do that for? Well, you can throw the fish back or you can make a bit of money. If you're doing a storyline where, I'm going to reel that back in, so I need to, let's reset the cast. So you can fish wherever you want, which is pretty cool. And again, it doesn't matter where you go. Look at it. Simulator YouTuber 935, hello. Wildcation, hello. If I've missed anybody's names, I apologise. Canadlam, who else have I missed? I'll have missed loads of people and I do apologise. It is age. Honestly, I can't. My faculties are leaving me. I get so mixed up when I'm doing map tours. I've done hundreds and hundreds of map tours, thousands and thousands of mods. I can't remember half of them. So here's Alistair, the new NPC.
Good to see you, pal. Fisher Deuce. What brings you to these parts?
That's interesting. Why did that not let me...
Nice to see a familiar face. Handsome one as well. Alrighty. What curiosities dragging you in this time?
So yeah, you can ask him all sorts of stuff. Oceanography, about Kinlaig, about fishing, about himself. And so, you know, we've got the new NPC. You can have a chat to him. Scottish accent adds all that extra bit to it. Yeah, so I 100% want to do a Let's Play on here. Absolutely. Why is it not showing your name? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Because there's been a lot of negativity of late, and you've got to say, you're absolutely right. Fair play to Giants. I mean, come on. DJ's going to love those birds. Has he got a phobia of birds? Did you know that? There's not a trailer for the sports boat. I'm going to show you that in a moment. Oh, it's Barris. Oh, okay. That's. Oh, you sent me a message earlier. I meant to check it. Sorry, I haven't read it yet. The attention to detail is just phenomenal. So we're down at the fish market. There's a forklift truck around the back of the fish market as well. So we've got the fish food factory here. So you can make your own fish food. I think it's 270 grand to buy this, yeah. So you can make your own fish food. You bring soybean and flour and then various different oils to make fish food. But you can go into the menu. Where are we going? We're going to one of the menus somewhere. Not that one. What is wrong with me? Why can't I remember? Oh, what's this menu? Yeah. Normally I'd just skip this. So you can come into here and you can buy pallets of fish food. So you don't got to worry. You can do it. And there are a lot of the fish stuff. You don't actually need fish food. The recipes for the fish will run a lot slower without fish food. They'll run faster and you get a better rate, a better recipe with fish food. But you don't actually need it if you don't want to, which is quite cool. So if we go around the back, you can go through the fish market at the sell point there. Fish market around the back here. And then we'll come to the... Thank you, Southport. I am absolutely over the moon. I'm joyous that I'm on console. I need to turn that fan up a little bit. We are warming up in here. Yeah, I cannot thank Giants enough. I will say it again. I will keep saying it. The guys that made this happen. A chance conversation between Kermit and one of the publishing guys. A response that Kermit could have missed. It was just a simple response of, on what platform are you looking for codes? And Kermit said, I beg your pardon? And the guy came back and said, oh, we can do Sony codes now. Or they were trying out Sony codes, should I say. So, you know. Oh. Right, so if you come to the harbour here, this is your top left open boat shop. So this is where you buy your cargo vessel or your sport boat. Cargo vessel is 275 grand. Transport cost of 25 grand, and you can have multiples. On one of my videos that I've posted already, I think the one on fisheries, I did try it out because I was curious. You can buy multiples if you want to. So let's buy that. Okay. And then if we go to sport boat and buy that for 55 grand, that puts that the other side. Now, I don't understand why they appear so far away from the edge. You can tab to them, and you can kind of swim to them as well. Shall I tab? There we go. Let's tab to that one. So, they're very cool. This is like driving a tanker. It really takes a while to get going, which is cool. And it manoeuvres much better when you are accelerating. Whether forward or reverse, it will manoeuvre nicely. If you're not accelerating, manoeuvring is almost impossible. It's a nightmare. And if you want to slow down, like now, I need to start reverse now. So I've got my finger on reverse, finger on reverse, finger on reverse, finger on reverse. Still haven't started reversing yet. We've now stopped. Are we reversing yet? Now we're starting to reverse. It takes a while. Interior is brilliant. So you see our throttle moving down there? So that's reverse. There's our forward. If you look to the left, you've got your rudder, which is pretty cool. Now what I will say is, I don't know whether or not, on console at least, it will need an update. Because on one of my videos I was showing the crane being used, and I have found a strange thing. From in here, in the wheelhouse, I can unfold the crane, and I can operate the crane from the wheelhouse. So you've got remote control of the crane from the wheelhouse, which is absolutely fine. So I can operate my crane up and down, left and right, forwards, backwards, you know, in, out, shake it all about. We're absolutely fine. I can fold that back up again, great. L1, R1, right stick up and down, we'll do our ramp. You can put vehicles on her as well if you want to. To what end, I'm not sure, because you can't really... There's nowhere to take a vehicle unless you want to put one on board for helping you to move stuff around. But what I found was, if you operate... No, this is what I found on console. I don't know about PC. So if I unfold the crane, you watch it not do it now. When I start operating it, the engine turns off on the boat. And I found it really hard to be loading pallets on board because it just kept turning the engine off. It's not going to do, is it? Anyway, so if you're finding that for whatever reason, like I say, it may get an update, I don't know. There you go. So that now I've got no control over that. I'm not doing anything with the controller. The engine's turned off on the boat. I didn't turn the engine off, it's done it itself. If I go L1, R1, start engine, R1 square, it just won't start. So you have to go back to the wheelhouse. You can start it at the wheelhouse, but so for me, I found that frustrating So at least to start off with, until potentially if Giants need to do a fix on that for whatever reason it's causing it, it's not because I haven't got auto engine start on or off. I've got my auto engine start as I normally have it. That crane's got to be folded up. Let's fold that away. Come on. Yeah, so I would say for the time being, if you get it on Tuesday, if it hasn't had an update and it hasn't been fixed, then use the crane from in the wheelhouse, should I say. Is there such thing as a joystick you can use? 100% there's a thing. There is the farm stick. The Thrustmaster farm stick, of which I have a PlayStation 5 version of. PlayStation version. There is an Xbox version and there is a PC version. They are absolutely phenomenal. Not too expensive. I'm reversing now. I don't want to hit the thing. Let's drop the ramp. We are still moving forward ever so slightly. So I'm just going to edge it in. Just tap it in. Barris, dude! Barris in with 20 gift memberships. 20! Dude, you get the thumbs up as well. And from me. Thank you, Barris. You're absolutely star. If you've just received a gift membership, that's from Barris. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's come forward just a little bit more. Get the ramp all the way down onto the dock like that, and then engine off. So we go. We're on the dock for loading, whatever. The Average Vikings in the house. How did I miss Average Vikings? Nick Shaw's in here. Paul F. Casey Boy 1455. The Marnux is in here as well. All these people I've missed popping into. It's because I was mucking around with that. We got Kent. We got Hacky. We got Dome. Thank you for joining us. Barris, you are a legend. You are a rock star. You're absolutely right, HMG. Barris is a rock star. Right, so that is that. Now, and where can you go? Well, I'm going to show you something now. If we come into this menu, so this is new in the menus. If we come down to our factories section, we go across, and it used to be generators was where it ended. Now we have got aquaculture as a new section on here. So, on here, if you go onto any other map, modded map or Giants map, any other map, and you've got the Highlands Fishing DLC enabled, you will have the fish lake and you will have the young fish breeding. What you won't have is the offshore aquaculture. The offshore aquaculture only works here on this map. So how far can you go? You don't have to own the water either. I'm going to pick the 2, but if we go all the way out here, you'll see how far we can go. Right out towards the bridge. We can go all the way out here to pretty much out there. So all this expanse of water, we've got the option for placing our aquaculture. So there's a lot of ocean to be playing around with. And I say you don't have to own the ocean, which is pretty cool. Broken Orange, thank you for joining us. Carl Hetherington, I've got the right. Mike Smith, hello. Thank you for joining us. J Frank 68. Thank you very much, mate. I do appreciate that. It's very kind of you to say. I am buzzing. This Gaming Man is on here as well. So yeah, that's where you'll find those. I'll come back to the we'll come back to the fish lake later on. I'll show you that at one of our bits of land. So yeah, you can drive the boat wherever you want. You can dock it up wherever you want. You can load on, I think on my video where I did the fisheries, I put a telehandler on board because I was having trouble with the crane. I actually loaded on with a telehandler, then used the telehandler to load onto. Just so you can fiddle around to your heart's content. Let's have a go in the sports boats. So start it up. What's great about this as well, again, throttle. And what I love as well, got your steering wheel. Watch how the bow rises. It's very cool. Crop calendar, actually, while we're here. Let's go to there. I say British crop calendar. I've got the seasons on. I assume Giants have put it towards. I mean, again, it depends. What, you know, around different parts of the country, different things can be planted at different times. But there is the crop calendar. So whether it is a British crop calendar or not, or just a generic one, I don't know, but it is there. Speedy P. I never thought I'd own a speedboat, and I never thought there'd be, you know, if you look back to Spectacle Island, you think back all that while ago to Spectacle Island when Alien Jim put that little ferry on, and the ferry went from point A to point B. You couldn't really drive it much within that. but there was a ferry. And that was awesome. It was so cool. And there was that thing of, if that's been done now, just think of what can happen. On console, we never really got much more. Then when obviously FS25 came out, we had the barges going along, but you had the little ferries that went across the river, which again was very, very cool. This is a whole nother level, and this potentially opens up. If you've got a boat that can run up a river and cross a river to deliver, like that cargo boat, imagine loading that up with product. You haven't got a bridge anywhere. The only way you can deliver it or deliver vehicles and equipment to the river is by that transport boat. That's something that would be so cool. But anyway, let's get the it's pretty nimble. Anthony Smith should be sleeping for a night shift but can't stop watching. I'm so sorry. It's how long will it be before we can do water skiing? It's brilliant. Yes, the viaduct doesn't go over the train goes over the viaduct. You can fish off this boat as well with the fishing rod if you want to, but again, from first person, you can't really see much over the bow. But what I love is then as soon as you slow down, bow drops into the water, and you can tick along at a sensible speed, or just give it the onions. Talking of onions, I still shudder every time I think of that charity live stream we did. There you go, I just said water skiing. Barry McCaskill, thank you for joining SealyP Plus and becoming a member, you legend. Thank you for joining the insanity. You're a star. I say it really does handle. Yeah, there's not a PTO, and the submarine would be just awesome. I don't know if this is anywhere up near Fast Lane. Why are we not turning? Whoa! No, not the beach, not the beach. Reverse, 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 reverse. No, 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 no! Come on, come on, come on. We're on full reverse. Have I beached it? No, we might be all right. Oops. You know what? Crop dusters would be amazing. Helicopters, crop dusters, and even if you can do helicopters and crop dusters, then you could do like the drone spraying. Drone sprayers would be just amazing. Yeah, slight mishap. What happened? I was turning, but it didn't seem to be doing anything. So we'll slow down once we're in the harbour. Don't want to cause any chaos, do we? No more chaos than I normally cause, anyway. There was a sprayer drone, but it was actually attached to the ground, so it wasn't technically. You know what? I'm going to turn the engine off there. Let's hop out. Nope. We'll just leave that to drift. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, aircraft for the Year 2 season pass. I think if we got aircraft, it'd be the next version of the game. I don't think there would. You can't fish in a rice paddy. Interestingly, I did try that as well. That's on my fishing video, on my rod fishing. You can buy multiple boats if you want to. Yes, you absolutely can. Right, so what was I going to show you next? That's the harbour, that's the boats. We've been and had a look at the castle. I mean, this just looks... Whoa, mama. Barris? Seriously? You're an absolute... Thank you so much, Barris. Thank you. Need to leave, going back home from work. By the way, so excited for the Drumard Let's Play. Have a great stream. Take care, mate. Look after yourself. Thank you so much. I don't know you. The problem is as well, this has all happened at the wrong time. I was not expecting to get early access. I'm tomorrow going to Colchester to my brother's for a Halloween party and coming home at some point on Sunday. So I'm not going to be able to make any content. And then when they told me this, I thought, oh no, I'm not going to cancel. It's a family thing. Everyone's getting together. So, and I need to make sure I'm still keeping, that I take at least one day, if not a couple of days off a week. So I'm getting to a point where I wasn't taking time off, and that's not good for my health. It hasn't been good for my health. Jan Hansen, hello. Can you dock the boat? Or you can dock the boat, I just didn't do it very well. You can pull up alongside the jetties, stop the engine, and you can just step out. I just didn't. So anyway, looks amazing, great level of detail, except they couldn't be bothered making the car's right-hand drive. Seems like a massive miss. Well, no, the problem is, this is one map in a range of maps that Giants do. Could they have made all the vehicles on this map specifically? Potentially. But at the end of the day, it's a minor thing. It's not... and like I say, all the vehicles in the shop menu, there are some mods out there where modders have changed it so you've got the option of left or right-hand drive. Could or should Giants do that for all their base game models? I personally think yes. Why shouldn't that be an option for left or right-hand drive? Considering you can play on maps anyway, would they have done that for all of the mods in, or say all of the mods, all of their vehicles in the mod hub just for this map? I doubt it. I just wouldn't have thought so. And let's say it's a tiny thing, to be fair. But anyway, Barris is a star. Barris is an absolute star. Where was I going to show you next? I need to grab my vehicle. Where did I leave that tractor? You know, I can't leave that like that, can I? I feel bad. That's better. You don't need to have potholes. I mean, you can have potholes, but you don't need to have them. Not very realistic, really. Okay, right. Let's swap from that to that to that. This I don't like. Let's jump back to here. Take care, HMG. Thanks for joining us, mate. You're a star. Highland cows will appear on all maps. Yeah, they should be. They're being added into the game, so they'll be part of the base game. You can use Highland cows anywhere. Same as with the water buffaloes and stuff like that. That wasn't just a Hootampan type things. So let's head inland. We've got little tents and stuff all over the place, which is pretty cool. Sorry if you can hear that. It's started absolutely belting down with rain. Of course it is. Now I've got to remember which turning I need to take. Let me check the map. So, we'll go right the way around the outside. So we can take in a bit of the countryside. Shouldn't have cut that corner. Neil Queen watching from North Carolina. Thank you for joining us. Jonathan Gray, thank you for joining us. Brian Devine, thank you for joining us. Lobster pots would be phenomenal, wouldn't they? If we've got the fishing stuff, why not lobster pots? That would be cool, wouldn't it? I just think it's gorgeous. Everything about it. I do love the old JCB. That New Holland is up there for engine sound. The tick over, that kind of almost like a little rolling idle. I'll play it. If you didn't catch the start, I'll do that again in a minute. We'll go back to that. We'll go back to the main farm and have a look, and I'll show you the little fishing lake you can put in as well. It's just, I know I keep driving the wrong side. I know I'm back on the right side now. There is one of those fish places here that's built into the map. You can place your own, which is cool. There are little tents if we go into build mode and we go up across to farmhouses. There's a ton of stuff there. So we've got the farmhouse and we've got here farmers' tents. Now, I don't own the land, but so you can put those in if you want to. So if you want to. Yes, you do have to have the DLC. I assume you would have to have the DLC. Yeah, because the Highland cows come with the DLC. So I know what, I haven't tried that. You know what, we'll try it. Before we finish, remind me, we could jump out the map and jump back in again, couldn't we? And see with it enabled, do we still get them on other maps? That's a very good point. Please show map. That's what I'm doing. You mean this? That's the map. I have done a map tour. So for anyone that's watching this live stream is just basically, I'm going to come on, I'm going to do whatever. What do people want to see? What they want to look at? What they want to know? I'll try and answer questions. We can jump and look at stuff that people are interested in finding out. That's kind of the point of this. I have done a map tour that's already up. I have done a guide to rod and reel fishing, and I have done a guide to the fisheries. So fish breeding and fish boxes and fish food and the offshore aquaculture. I've done videos on all of those. Yeah, so those videos are all out as well. This just sounds so good. And inside as well. It's brilliant. Now again, people would argue, why are people so excited? Why they're making such a big deal out of this map? There are plenty of decent maps out on the mod hub. There are tons of brilliant mods out on the mod hub. But this is when Giants are releasing new stuff, like when the new version of the game comes out. This is no different to when Silver and Forest came out. That was massive. It was such a massive change to the game. All the new logging stuff that came out. Logging hadn't been improved in the game or hadn't been adjusted for, I think they said, was it 10 years or something? It was a long time it hadn't been adjusted for. So that was a big thing, and this is a big thing too. And this, like I say, this is not just the map. The map is one part of it. The vehicles, the machinery, the placeables, the constructibles. We come to our little overlook here. There are flat areas all over the place, and you can still do landscaping and stuff if you want to. There's plenty of fields and things if you want to do stuff like that. If we go into the build mode, so that was the under farmhouses I showed you. Under was it containers? We've got some stuff under containers. We've got constructibles. We've got new constructibles. So we've got like a thatched roof house there, farm garage. Then we go to silos and silo extensions. There's new stuff. There's new stuff under sheds that fit this kind of style. We've got factories. Now these factories might not all cross over. I don't see why they wouldn't. But we've got a lot of different factories. Again, I wouldn't think the quarry would, but we can check that. That's something I forgot to check. The new sheds. There's a few. We've got the Herman ones. But then we've got this here. So Highlands Fishing ones there, which are more sort of standardised to... That's that old rusted one that we've got at the main start farm. Some really nicely detailed old sheds and barns and buildings. There's some very, very cool stuff. If we come down, so did factories. Sell points, we had one. Selling stations, a couple of skips. That can be placed, I think that's for stones. Greenhouses, there was nothing, but like I said, we have got that whole new section here for aquaculture. Under animals, then we've got all the new animal pens and bits and bobs under animal pens. Under fencing, we've got hedges and things. So we've got, look, we're already here. Wire fencing, stone walls, all of this stuff is all available. There is so much. There is a quarry in the map, yes. It's not quite what you think, but yeah, it is a shame there's no distilleries allowed. I started a new map last night from your review yesterday. Drummard Farm is a brilliant one. There's one of the little buses. There are buses, there are coaches, there are double-decker buses. There's a double-decker going off that way. We will jump. Actually, you know what we'll do? Let's jump to a couple of places. We want to do a bit of walking, can't we? Stop there. So let's go up to here, visit. So up on the hillside, this is the castle ruin, and the blog post that came out yesterday from Giants that I did a video on was about this. So this is like the Grain Elevator Museum, the roller coaster. You bring up your resources to here, and over time the castle will be rebuilt. But there are certain things this requires. If we come into here, and we come to here, so we've got bakery, biogas, carpentry, fish food factory, that's what we were talking about earlier, quarry. So the quarry, you just take water to it, and that's obviously for keeping the cutting wheels lubricated. Smash that like button, people, that'd be awesome. And you get large stones from there, but then you've also got further down, you've got the stone mason. The stone mason takes those large stones and makes castle stones and roof shingles. So loads of stuff is going to be required. Vegetable processing now with the extra stuff with onions. You've got fried onions with various different oils, onion salt and onion soup. Excuse me 1 second. Oh, blimey, sorry about that. Please hit like and sub. Yeah, subscribe as well. Again, I don't do the YouTubery algorithm thing too often, and I should do it more often. But I did notice the other day when I was going in, I think it's something like 50 or 60% of regular viewers aren't subscribed to the channel, and a lot of people find they were or thought they were subscribed, and when they go back and check, they're not. So if you go and check, have a look. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe for whatever content I put out regularly. Do you progress number on it? I don't know what that means. Lurkers welcome, please come out of hiding and hit the like and sub. Yeah, so this will be built over a period of time, which is quite cool. The windmill, we'll get to that in just a moment. So the windmill there, that needs to be built. So let's go back to here. So we're here at the moment. If we go to here, this is a curious one. Again, I showed this on the map tour. Up on the hillside, we've got a coal mine, but it's not what you'd think. So we've got this building here, Alba Coal, but there's not actually... I thought it'd be like the iron ore. You know, that iron ore mine where you just have the iron ore constantly pouring out. It's not. You come and you buy pallets of coal. I mean, it's pretty cool because there's a few different places that take it, including that little train station for the train, obviously. So you buy pallets of coal, which is it's an interesting development, I guess. Down the hill, that's the processing plant. This one here is the quarry. So when you buy the quarry, and the detail of it's quite cool actually. Kinlaig quarry. That's the stone sell point that we looked at the sell point a minute ago. But you've got, yeah, you just bring water once you own it. You bring water and it carves stone out the hillside, and you get pallets of large stone, which you then take along to the stonemason further along the road. Corg Bridge. All these little places are lovely. I need to speed up time a little bit because it's let's jump back again. What time are we at? I don't mind mist, it doesn't bother me at all, but when you're doing map tours and showing stuff off, it doesn't help when you can't really see the low-lying ground. It's going to stay for quite a while. It's now 9:21. Let's go through to 11. Let's do that, and then hopefully we'll see. Yeah, Peggy 3, you can't have alcohol, so you can't. It is a small quarry, but it's not a quarry as in like a big. It's just they're just carving stone. It's a small-ish business. They're just cutting rock out the hillside, and then you can go and buy it. That, I mean, that in essence is what it's doing. So we've kind of covered the harbour. We walked around the town. We did the stuff in there out to the castle. We went to the train station because we rented the steam train. Joey, member for 12 months. Happy Halloween. Thank you for being a member for 12 months. You star. That's awesome. Gaelic. Right, where are we going to go to now? We went past the vehicle shop. That was in the woodland. We looked at that. This little valley down the bottom here was what I was going to look at next, wasn't I? Yes, we looked up on there. Coal mine. So along the road there, we've got the spinnery. Oh, that's where we want to go to now. The stonemason. So the stonemason's a little bit further along the valley. And that's here. So hewn stonemason. We'll take those big rocks and then you get the roof and the castle stones. We're going to walk back down into the little village. We'll go up around. There's another little small village. This is Corg Bridge, and it's just, they're so well done. It's, you know. So there's a few things we need to check. We need to come out of here and go into. We'll go into another one of Giant's maps, or we can go into a modded map. It doesn't matter. Have I got any modded maps installed at the moment? And we can check and see whether we still got the Highland cows. And I don't think we'll have the quarry available. Maybe we will have. Whoa! Blimey, I thought it's coming right for me. Isn't it pretty? And again, let's come to here. You don't have to do a long cast. You can do a short cast. You can fish all over the place. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm not trying the crawfish mod. We're looking at Kinlaig and all the stuff that comes with the Highland Fishing expansion. The crawfish mod will go anywhere. You can use that mod. I think you can run that without being on water, because I did it when I did the mod review on it. It will still run. Take care, Richake. Look after yourself. The coaches look really cool. Now, you don't always get fish as well. Sometimes you get stuff. Hello, Gogglepop. Hope you're well. Yeah, we've got nothing. It doesn't seem to be... Oh, hang on. Oh, we've got a bite. Have we got a bite? Boom! And you can see, because I'm watching the thing on the right, I'm not watching the water. But you can see the water. The fish is fighting. And you're trying to keep the hook with where the fish is in the water. Because I'm... Yay! A gigantic salmon. So this proves something. If you watch my rod and reel fishing video, which I put up, a guide to rod and reel fishing, one of the questions I asked was, can you get larger fish inland or only out at sea? At the time of recording it, I'd only got smaller ones. This one, that's worth 400. That's big. That's big. You probably have seen bigger salmon. So, like I say, if you were starting out and you're on a bicycle, you've got a rod and reel, or if you just decide, you know what, I'm going to go and do a bit of fishing, and any money I make from fishing will pay my worker fees. That will pay for my workers. I'm looking at the microphone, the cameras. Why am I looking at my mic? Yeah, that could pay your worker fees. I'm going to release it back in because I'm good like that. So yeah, you can fish all over the place. So yeah, but like I say, the detail on all of it. I know I keep saying it. But yeah, you can catch all sorts of stuff. I think I caught a tyre. We caught an old... again, depends where you are in the world. Do you call it like a buoy? You know, the things that go on the side of a boat, or the bob in the water, or a buoy. I know in America it's referred to as a buoy. I think we call them a life buoy, isn't it? Like something like that. So more of the working traffic lights. Well, they have stopped. I'm not sure why they've stopped, but... Have they stopped because it's on red? If it goes to green, will they start crossing the road? Because I found... No, so he's just going anyway. No, I don't know why they've stopped. I would say that'd be quite cool, but that's not the thing. Kinlaig wool mill. Then we carried on back on the valley. We've still got a bit of mist down here, but that's absolutely fine. So what we're going to do now is... where was I going to go to now? Oh yeah, I want to show this because it looks wonderful. I mean, at the end of the day, it was... Actually, if we jump to here... And can we go to the back here? I have to walk out one... Probably wasn't the best idea. Can we jump up in there? Am I even going the right way? I'm not sure. I think I'm. Yeah, there's this old mill. I went to put cruise control on then. Don't have cruise control when you're walking. Kelpie's different. The Loch Ness Monster's a Loch Ness Monster. A Kelpie's a smaller thing. It's got like long, not like tentacles, but like almost like very long fins. I'm sure it is. Where did I read that? Yeah, look. I mean, the detail of the rocks in the water, the detail on the rocks themselves. But you've got this little mill running. There's no sell point here. There's no production here. It's just here. That's a painting. That's an absolute painting. Just wow. Now, apologies if I give anything away. There are messages in bottles to be collected because we can go inside here. So I don't. Oh wow! I didn't even know. How cool is that? What incredible detail that I would imagine most people, because you don't need to come here for any reason, won't ever really come and look at. You can see it from a distance and it's doing a thing. That's amazing. I love it. How cool is that? Right, so what we're going to do now is go back up to main farm. What time is it? I was going to go from, we started about 1ish, didn't we? Till about 3, I think. Maybe even 3:30. Depends what other stuff we need to look at. Just double check something here. And here. Nope, we're fine there. Close that. We started the whole thing with the kelpies. Right. Let's go to here because I want to show you this little place as well. This is lovely too. So this little place, what was the name of it? This is along from the farm. Oh, Spruce Bridge. Again, a couple of little places here that are sell points. The Toasty Soul and Coffee House. And again, just lovely detail. It's such a beautifully made map. Just really, very, very cool. So, there's forestry if you want to do it. There's fishing if you want to do it. There's plenty of farming if you want to do it. There's tons of equipment and machinery. The sound is amazing. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to jump to... Let's jump to the... Right. I did at the start, so if you didn't catch it, listen to the idle. It sounds great, it looks great. It's a bit of a beastie as well. It goes up to like 348 horsepower, something like that. It's just... It sounds wonderful. So, what I was going to show you before we move on was... Under here, factories. Let's go out to here. And we've got this, the fish lake, which is... Swing around that way. Says 12 grand. That's going to do a bit of landscaping, isn't it? That's alright. Let's do that. There we go. So you can place the fish lake anywhere you want. Now, the initial thought was, well, it's a fish lake for doing fishing, just in inland fish lake. But it's not. We've got the offshore aquaculture. This will only do trout, whereas the offshore aquaculture will do trout and salmon. But this, you could place multiple ones of these inland. And this, if you bring young trout and fish food, or that one, the recipe there is just young trout. That one is young trout and fish food. Not a lot of difference in the recipes, in all honesty. And then you can get larger trout. So you can run it, this, and get large trout inland at a farm, on a field, in a bit of space where you have a barn, used to have a barn, whatever it might be, which is pretty cool. To be fair, that New Holland... it's not a smaller one, weirdly. If we go into here and we go up to our tractors, it's under large tractors. Where are we? Yeah, look, the T8000 series. So it's the old version of what became the T8, I guess, because that goes up to 359 horsepower. So it's not. Yeah, it's quite a big chunky unit. I thought it was going to be. I must admit, when I first saw it, I thought it'd be a small or a medium, but it's not. But it's very cool. But what's curious about this as well is you can, like I say, you can run this as a mini fishery, which is fine. But what you can also do is, without any fish in it, you can fish in it. I don't know if you're supposed to be able to, but you can. And I'm sure one of the images on the Farming Simulator website, when they put out one of the blog posts, they showed this fish lake with a load of fish swimming in it. Now I've put, when I did my testing videos, and when I put the fisheries video, I had young stock and fish food, and at no point did I get any fish swimming in it. So I don't know why that is. And again, potentially might get an update. So, there we go. Yeah, little trout ponds. They're pretty cool. I like it. Someone asked about the train. Yes, the train has been fixed. We showed that a little while ago. It's a proper chuff, chuff, chuff. Oh, it looks great, sounds great. And again, I know I'm not a train guy. Hi, Grizz. I hope you will. Hello, hello, hello. But it's all... how many times can I say the same thing? It is stunningly good. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to come out of here and we're going to go into another map. And when we go into the other map, what we'll then look at is what of the Highlands expansion is available not on Kinlaig. Because like I say, Kinlaig is one small part of the entire Highlands expansion. So if you want to play on this map, you can, but what do you then get that's transferable over? Because that's an important thing. If you're watching this video thinking, I don't have the season pass, I'm thinking about getting the DLC, do I want to buy it, is it worth it? I said at the start, I think 100% it's absolutely worth it. For the amount of equipment, machinery, the new map, the new animals, the new crop type, the buildings, the placeables, the decorative items, the constructibles, there is so much in this DLC, I think it's worth every penny. Again, that's my opinion. You may decide differently because there might be certain things you're looking for and it might not tick any of the boxes for anything you want. And that's absolutely fine. Good afternoon from Sweden. I hope you're well. A fishing trawler would be cool. I think that would be an interesting thing to do. Wasn't there a map that had a shark? Yes, that was Alien Gyms that I was talking about earlier. Why have I blanked? I said it earlier what the map was called. Yeah, you'd see it swimming through the water. You'd see the fins and stuff. It was quite cool. Spectacle Island. Yes, on Spectacle there was sharks. There was more than one, wasn't there, I think? Anyway, right, so what I'm going to do is, let's go to here. Quit out of here. Interesting, that has stayed the same, the loading screen, but that is the new screen that you get. I quite like. I think that's pretty cool. Looks alright, doesn't it? Not bad at all. Yes, there you go, Spectacle Island. I were right. So, we want to go to... let's go for an empty slot. Do I want to go for another Giants one? I don't think I've got... That doesn't have any water on it. Well, let's just pick one that's got, we know, Riverbend Springs. We'll see what transfers over. It would make sense. You can definitely do the fishing and stuff, the rod fishing, because I did it on, I think on my rod fishing video, I went on to Saxlingham, because I knew there was a river on Saxlingham, and you can rod fish on that, so you can do that. That transfers over. Let's do that, and that, and that, and continue. Do that. Make sure you've got your Highlands Fishing Expansion Edition enabled. It needs to be enabled because otherwise you won't get any stuff. Take my fun coupons. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, I guess it isn't it really. I hope everyone is well in the chat. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for having a look at this. As I've always said, it was the same as when I was teaching. If you can make a difference to one child every day, you've made a difference. If one child in the room goes, oh, if of all the people that are watching it, one person says, actually, you know what? I wasn't going to get that. I wasn't interested. I think that looks really cool. Or the complete reverse might be true. You might be watching this and thinking, I thought it'd be better than that. I'm not sure I want to now. Then what I have done has helped you. It's information sharing. It's informed your decision. So if I've made any difference to anyone's decision making, that's cool. And I'm glad that's a thing. Right, we are good to go. Let's do that. Let's do... that, no, those off, that down to 1, that left on, that off, that on, and then down to automatic engine start off. So, shall we check the menus then? If we go into here, we should still have all the Highlands, yeah, so all the buildings are there from the Highlands Fishing, so all that will be. What I'm curious to see under factories is the quarry here. I think it might only be available. Yeah, it's not. Oh, hang on. It is. Well, there you go. I was not expecting that. So you can have the quarry. Look at that. That's quite cool. I mean, what you'd use it for, I don't know. I guess you can sell the stuff. Spinnery, sawmill. So there's the extra bits and bobs. Fish food factory. We can put that on. That's cool. So you can. The stonemason's available as well. That's pretty cool. So it will transfer over. It's just about that. Tailor shop, stonemason. That's available. Nice. Animals then. Let's put in a small. I'll say a small one. Is there a small one? I mean, ish. Probably shouldn't put it there, but. Let's whiz over and have a look. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I'm really surprised they didn't. Why did I just do that? We've got animal. We've already got a pen here. I forgot we start with. Yeah, they should have added in some extra, some sort of tartan, whether it be a tartan suit or a hat or something should have been added into the costume department. That would have been I mean there is that there is a suit, but I don't know. I checked the island off camera the other day. As soon as I got early access to it, I did my video on fish farming, fisheries, because the intimation was that would be a thing. If we come back to our map here on Riverbend Springs, that's this section here that had all that stuff, and it looks like tanks. It looks like it's by the waterway. It looks like a fishery. The sign says that. There's nothing there. There's nothing you can buy. Nothing. Now, will they get an update? Will they get a tweak? Will that be in one of the content updates that comes up after the game, the expansion releases? Maybe. I just assumed it would be a thing now, but it's not. But that's fine. Hello, Card Bond. Thank you for joining us. James Videos. Again, Nebraska Jim. All the people. Hey, Farmer Foley. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining us. Ghost Tech Gaming. Awesome. You can, so yeah, like I say, because the DLC itself is selectable, you don't have to go on Kinlaig. Like now, if I go into my menu here, and let's go down to the section where the fishing rods are, we've still got fishing rods as an option. If I buy a fishing rod now, I can enable my fishing rod, and I can go fishing down at the river. So it's not map specific. There will be certain places it won't let you, and if it doesn't let you, it will come up with a red message saying there are no fish here, which is fine, but most places it will. But what we are double checking here is, can we, do we, there we go, there's the Highland cattle. So are the Highland cattle transferable over onto other maps if you have the DLC enabled? Yes. So it's not just for Kinlaig. Like I say, Kinlaig is a very small, I say very small, it's massive and it's awesome and it's packed with detail and it's a phenomenal map, but it is a small-ish part of it. Alicar Bond member for 4 months. Happy Halloween. Thank you very much for being a member for so long. You're a star. That's seriously cool. 250 likes. Keep hitting that like button. Thank you, Pete. The new farmhouses I showed in the blog from yesterday, Constructibles or just a farmhouse? Well, we can double check that as well. That's the point of this stream. We can check things. If people have got questions, let's go and have a look. So if we come across to our Constructibles, we do have now, this one I love. You've got a log cabin, like a proper log cabin. So if you want to do a bit of forestry and sort of simulate the fact, so we've got that log cabin, we've got a thatched cottage, which is quite cool. That house there, which is a bit plain, I think, personally. That one's not too bad. Sort of shed, garage area. That one, that's quite cool. Little holiday home. It's got a little bed inside it. So you can put 2 or 3 of those down and build yourself some holiday lets on your farm. I guess that would be quite cool. Oh, congratulations, Farmer Foley. Awesome stuff. Become a granddad. Cool. Love it. Then we've got this one here. Again, is that a little holiday home? Do you want to see around the back? Where there's a bed in there. But, got that one there. So those are available. We come across to our farmhouses. We have got in the farmhouses, which is just placeable. We've got that one. I love that farmhouse. I think it's so nice. It's a cool farmhouse. And again, there's plenty of modded stuff out there. Can the Highland cows go to other maps in FS? Yeah, just what I just showed. Have you just joined? Yeah, just us. Yeah, look. There's your Highland cows. Down there. So yeah, we can transfer them over. I'm on Riverbend Springs at the moment. I'm not on Kinlaig now. I'm on Riverbend Springs. As long as you've got the DLC enabled, it doesn't matter what map you go on, they will be available. Now, as I did say though, if you come onto it, because you can place those aquaculture things anywhere on the water on Kinlaig, I came onto here and thought, oh, I wonder. And if we come across to the new section here that says aquaculture, you'll notice that, as I said earlier, you've got those 2 available. So you've got the young fish breeding and you've got the fish lake. So you can do the trout lake and you can do the fish breeding. What you don't get is the aquaculture offshore pens. Those aren't available. Because I thought straight away, that would be cool if you could put one of those pens in the water here or something. But they're not available. Those aquaculture pens, the offshore pens, are only available on Kinlaig. But the rest of the stuff is. So I can do my young fish, my fish stock, I can sell those. I can do trout in my trout lake if I want to do that. That's absolutely fine. So there you go. Highland cows are beef only. Yes, they're not milkers. What else are we going to check? We've checked on those buildings. We've checked on. Oh, I was going to show the fishing, wasn't I? Let's whiz down to the water and show that you can fish on other maps as well, which is quite cool. So yeah, so we can do Highland cows. We do get all the equipment. Oh yeah, the equipment and machinery. If we come into our menus here, again, it's because it's the DLC. We go to our large tractors. We've got our new ones there. The new T8000 series, the fast track icon. If we go to our medium tractors, we've got the new Deutz and we've got the 4000 icon. If we go to our small tractors, we've got the new old, the new old Fast Track 2000, which I personally love. I think it's fantastic. And there's all we should still also have, because the onions should transfer over. If we come to here, onion harvesting. So the onion harvesting stuff is there. The onion planting stuff is there. And what we should find as well, if we come into this menu and go down, onions should be at the bottom, because that crop type has now been added into the game. So the updates and stuff have been added into the base game, but you are going to need to have the Highlands expansion DLC for it to be there. It is coded into the base game, but you will need the expansion. So you don't get it just for free now, that you have to have the expansion. I mean, that's kind of... ATVs and UTVs, yes, they are in here as well. If we come into our menu and we go up to cars and bikes, so there's the Outlander Pro. That's the single seat one. What I love is the fact that, being obviously for the Scottish map, but forever, we've got the option for a snowplow on the front, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. EU, US attaches, chainsaw holder as well, and which is pretty cool. And then we have also got the 2 seats. So I'm assuming that if you've got passenger support, because you've got a seat behind you as well there, but that's the same options. The first one's 50 horsepower, this one does a 50 or 80 horsepower version. The speed's still the same, but it just gives you a bit more oomph with the same options, although this one and the other one will set up standard and crawler track, and that crawler track will still go at 37 miles an hour, which is pretty cool, I have to say. Then we've got the Defender, that's there again with a snowplow in the front if you want. You've got the roof set up, so you've got it all open with the side covers. You've got design 1, which puts the roof on and the glass, but then the side covers, or completely closed in. So a climate-controlled environment, and then you've got extension on the back. Yes, so if you're doing logging and stuff like that, whatever you want to do, you can throw that in if you want. Are any new trees available for other maps? So if we go into here, go down to trees. No, we haven't got any of the Highlands. There's nothing there. It's all the standard ones for this map. And the same with this as well. There's nothing showing under that as well. This is the standard stuff for this particular map. I guess they'd be out of place, wouldn't they? But it depends what map you're going to be on, I guess. Yeah, the ATVs are pretty cool. I've started prepping, because I normally do my mod reviews. I've started prepping a Highlands Fishing mod review to look at all the equipment and machinery that comes with the Highlands Fishing expansion. There's tons of it. I mean, I'll show you. Look, this is what I normally do when I'm doing my mod reviews. That's my list. So I'll start making my lists. I'll make the lists of vehicles. I put down what the slot count is. Normally put the megabyte download, but obviously this comes as part of the thing. Then I'll put any details, any relevant information for the mods as well. So when I'm doing the mod review, I can read out all the information that people want to hear. People have messaged me over years of doing mod reviews. Can you add in the slot count for console gamers? Can you tell us what the megabyte download is? Tell us who the modder is. Tell us what it does. Tell us the features. Tell us the width. Tell it, spread width, whatever. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. And again, all of that stuff comes as part of the DLC. So is the DLC worth it? I think absolutely it's worth it. I genuinely do. Smash that like button, people. Keep smashing away. What was 3 o'clock? Okay. What else was I going to show? Oh yeah, I'm going to get down to the water. Let's jump down there. It'd be a little bit easier to. Let's pick somewhere we can get to. Let's go here. Let's visit the restaurant. Can we fish off of the deck of the restaurant? Actually, let's go. We don't need to go up a deck, do we? Whoa, whoa, whoa! All right, all right. Hello, hello. If you're just joining us, if you've been here for a while, whoever you are, wherever you are, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. So, fishing rods, cast. There you go. We are fishing, and we're fishing on another map. Like I say, I keep looking at the weight thing. I'm not going to catch the fish. Oh, there we go. We did hook it. But what I found on the Kinlaig map was that you've got it's trickier on console. I say trickier. I don't know if you can change the key binding or whatever it is on PC for this. If it was on if one of the sticks, like one of the left stick or the right stick, it would be a lot easier if you could analog it. But I've got on off. So every time I let go of the circle, there we go, we caught a trout for 100. So we can fish elsewhere. And like I say, on the video I've made on the fishing with rod and reel. I did it on Saxlingham, so you can do it on modded maps as well. And again, I will reiterate, it is the DLC itself that has the rod and stuff available, not Kinlaig, the map. So that's pretty cool. What? I'm confused. What's the comment saying? No, it's not. I showed that a minute ago. The fishing area is not. We can go and have a look. I'll show you. Just check my game. So far I can get Highland cows, but not fishing with. You shouldn't be able to get Highland cows yet. They shouldn't be available in the base game at all. It should only be if you've got... Yeah. No, that shouldn't be until Tuesday. Right, let's hop over. Where can we get to that's close to it? Let's go to here. So we're at the rent train point. Let's go down here. Down here, just show you. So this was the bit we were talking about. And like I say, I could have sworn. Let's go, Blue Jays, let's go. Saw the Blue Jays play many years ago when I was in Canada visiting my family. So this is the area, and this is the sign here. Local Game and Fish Com, Federal Aid Project, blah blah. The sign's not changed, and so I think the assumption was made was, I could have sworn someone said it. I don't know, but when the Highlands Fishing expansion came out, this whole area would become a fishery, like an onshore fishery. Can we go over the fence? I got in there once before. We can go airborne, but I'll show you it. So when you come in with the road here, look, you've got these tanks which look like they would hold fish stock. I don't know. Again, maybe it will come in a later expansion, not an expansion, but one of the content updates. It might be the game will get an update, a patch, a change log, and this will become a thing. I don't know. I think it was just an assumption that it would be. The boat support isn't. No, you can't get the boat or the sport boat on any other maps because there's nowhere on any other maps to buy them. If we go, because on Kinlaig, you go down to the harbour and there's the point you go to where you click on it to buy the boats, and they're available on there. Because on here we don't have the offshore fishing net areas, there's no need for the boats. Yes, it would be cool to have the sports boat to whiz up and down the waterways and stuff like that, but no, the sports boats aren't available. So there we go. There we go. So what time is it now? It's just gone 3 o'clock. I am going to stop there. We've been on to Kinlaig. We've shown a load of stuff on Kinlaig. I showed around the map. We showed all the stuff people were asking about. We've jumped onto other maps to clarify some questions that people had about what could you use and what could transfer over. I'll be honest, I've had a blast. I'm buzzing that this is out. I've got so much to do and not enough hours in the day to do it all. I don't know if... what time is it now? 3 o'clock. I don't know if there's some mods there or not. I've still got 3 map tours from yesterday. I only did one of them. I don't know when I'm going to get them done. I will try my best to... After the patch, Highland cows started appearing in the realistic livestock mod. They shouldn't have done. Because that's a separate mod. That's a bit naughty. Has that been reported to Giants? I don't think that's supposed to be a thing. I'm not going back to Kinlaig. If you're watching the stream now, when I finish streaming, it will go back up again. Otherwise, if someone joins me now and I go back onto Kinlaig and we do a little bit and then someone comes back and someone then joins then half an hour later, I'm going round and round showing the same things over and over and over and over again. There's only so many hours I can stream for showing the same things. Because anyone that's been on from the start is just saying the same things over and over again. You're more than welcome, Pete. I'm genuinely thankful to Giants for letting me have access to the console version. I'm glad that I can show off what console is doing at the moment, what we can do on console, what we can get. And I know a lot of people are saying, oh, when Kinlaig comes out, there's so much stuff on it, consoles won't be able to cope with it. It's absolutely fine. It runs fine, looks fine, the map's phenomenal, all the details are incredible. Is it worth it? Absolutely, I think so. So yeah, there you go. And this was just a bit of a let's have a look what do people want to see. If you've missed any of the stuff, once this goes live as a video, you can jump back on, you can scroll through, you can pick bits and bobs you want to watch, as you can do with any video that gets posted. We did cover a lot of stuff. We looked at the train, we looked at the vehicles and machinery, we looked at the Highland cows, we looked at all sorts of stuff, the harbour, the boats, all sorts of things. So I thank you very much to all of you. You are all absolute legends. I just need to make sure I'm on the right thing there. So cool. But there we go. Woof! We got it done. We got it done. I'm really pleased. So will there be any more videos coming up over the weekend? Maybe Sunday. What time is it now? 3 o'clock. I've got to take Dee to the farm dog to the vet for a group. I don't know. We'll see. I'll get stuff up if I can, and when it pops up, it'll be there for you to see, as it always is. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for everyone's generosity. Thank you for the gifted memberships. You guys are awesome as always. I hope I've given you some idea as to whether or not it's something you want to purchase, don't want to purchase. If I've informed your decision anyway, that's brilliant, and I hope you found it all useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then of course, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.